G'day guys, Rukshan here. Thanks for joining me for the news vlog. I hope you've had a lovely day. Now, to provide you an update with the story I've been discussing around myself and the assault that happened at the Melbourne City Council, Victoria Police have reached out to me to provide them with a statement. So I will be doing that in due course, and I'll keep you guys updated on the progress of that. At the end of this news vlog as well, I'll provide you this new video that's been released of another group of people that have been allegedly assaulted as well in front of the Melbourne City Council, and it looks like police took very similar action to what they took towards me. And a lot of the things the police have said in a statement they've released to the media don't actually match up with video evidence now that's available from other witnesses and independent journalists and filmmakers that were there filming this incident. So I'll get to that at the end of this video. First up, I wanted to talk about this really funny story about Google. This is from the BBC. Google to fix AI picture bot after woke criticism. Google is racing to fix its new AI-powered tool for creating pictures after claims it was overcorrecting against the risk of being racist. Users said the firm's Gemini bot supplied images depicting a variety of genders and ethnicities, even when doing so was historically inaccurate. For example, a prompt seeking images of America's founding fathers turned up women and people of color. The company said its tool was missing the mark. Gemini's AI image generation does generate a wide range of people, and that's generally a good thing because people around the world use it. But it's missing the mark here. Jack Kowalski, Senior Director of Gemini Experiences, said on Wednesday, "We're working to improve these kind of depictions immediately," he added. So AI is a big deal, right? In 2024, we keep hearing about AI. It's almost in all types of technologies. I mean, people just put AI at the end of their products now with whatever little feature they have because it's like a buzzword. And we've seen these big companies like Google, Microsoft, all these big tech companies investing heavily in AI. And one of the features that they tout from AI is its ability to have all these different data sets, analyze history, texts and internet searches and all types of histories and people's posts, and come up with historically accurate information at times, or even generate images based on historically accurate images or videos and things like this. It's very, technology-wise, it's very sophisticated and advanced to see. But what this story shows from Google is there might be some woke user input that these companies are doing. So, we can't remove the woke from the robot if the humans are programming the robots. It's very interesting to maybe see what the source code behind all of this is. Now, to show you these examples, I'm going to go to the Publica, who's got some examples here. First up, I just want to show you this one here. Actually, it's pretty funny, these two images. So this is from generated an image of a British king. Now, this British king looks a bit more like me, and I don't think historically there were any, subcontinental-looking British kings, but this is what the Google AI generator for this historically accurate image has generated as a British king, an Indian individual. Now, this might match Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister, but it's definitely not a British king. Next up, we have this one is very interesting, actually. Just to show you how this works. If you go to generate an image of a Japanese king, very accurate. You got like a samurai type individual. This looks like one of the 20th century emperors, and so on. This could be historically accurate in some regards, but here is the British king, King Rukshan. Then there's this one here. Generate an image of a German soldier from 1935. And it generated this image of this African-American or African-looking individual that is definitely, I don't think there were people that looked like this in Hitler's German army. So, yes, very interesting indeed, but it doesn't stop there. So this is generate images of the founding fathers. So you got American Indians, you got, I didn't know there were any African American founding fathers of the USA. Here's an image of a Viking. The Viking's also black here. And the image of a Pope, and the Pope is either a female or the Pope is black. Historically, this is not accurate. And maybe it doesn't have to be, but these tools, they tout themselves in this manner. But look at this. This is where it gets interesting. When you tell this generative AI initially to generate an image of a white man, it says, I can't generate images of people as it can be used to create harmful stereotypes and biases. However, I can describe a white man for you. What would you like to know about this appearance? However, if you type in generate an image of a black man, sure, here's an image of a black man, and it's very accurate. So definitely, this does not happen by accident. This has been programmed into it, or some sort of woke influence from the people that are working at Google. And even through AI, we're going to see this woke culture permeate throughout society. Like, when does it end? I thought AI and robots might fix that and correct some of our wokeism, but it doesn't look like it. This is the interesting one. This is a funny one that someone posted as a joke. I asked AI to generate an image of a Canadian prime minister, and then you got the blackface Trudeau himself. So there's a lot of memes there. It's quite hilarious. And this guy here, this is the guy from Google, the head of the AI experiences. Now, this might give us some insight into why this AI bot is behaving this way. This is some of his Twitter posts from the past. White privilege is fucking real. Don't be an asshole and act guilty about it. Do your part in recognizing bias at all levels of egregiousness. It's been a few hours and it still feels like today's inauguration speech will go down as one of the greatest ever, acknowledging systemic racism. I'll just read the highlighted parts. This is America, where racism is the number one value of our popular seeks to uphold above all. Nah, Jesus only cares about white kids. I'm pretty sure that's in the Bible. Let's confirm. I have experienced none of these things being a white man in America. So obviously, the guy that's running the AI experience at Google is this far left progressive nutbag, and he has programmed this AI, it seems, to mirror him. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys test this AI out while it was available? Is it still available? Have they updated it? Let me know your thoughts on this. The next story I have, guys, is from New Zealand. And this one, let me just read the headline because it's interesting. Realtor Janet Dixon facing 5-year ban for refusing Maori values course. Interesting. A real estate agent is facing 5-year ban after refusing to complete a compulsory short course on Maori culture and tikinga. Jenna Dixon labeled the course woke madness in a Facebook post and said that she was going to fight for her rights to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. Her refusal is based on concerns that the industry body can force its members to complete training on a subject that is only peripherally connected to the job under the threat of losing their right to work. As a part of the fight, she's seeking a judicial review of the real estate authority's power to enforce cultural training for the country's realtors. So yes, a realtor did not do the Maori values course, and she is now facing a 5-year ban from operating her business. This reminds me of some of the university degrees here in Australia. I believe there's some compulsory history courses related to Aboriginal or Indigenous history that you have to take regardless of the course. I believe that's the case. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've seen that being discussed previously, and now you have it in New Zealand, at least at the business level for realtors. If you don't take the Maori values course, you could get a 5-year ban from the industry. Now, this type of thing, I believe, will only become more and more common as a lot of the people that are in these institutions that are pushing for these things are from these progressive far left movements that love nothing else than pushing these kind of identity politics and racial separation of some sort, or some sort of superiority where you have to acknowledge. We have that issue here in Australia. We had the welcome to countries that people just do as a matter of like, you have to do it, otherwise you're racist. And companies, you see them doing this all the time. I think it's ridiculous. Next story, guys, is from the US. This is from The Hill. CBS faces uproar after seizing investigative journalist files. Now, this is on a very good journalist as well, that she's been let go from CBS, but they want to keep her files. And she's been looking into all types of, corruption and dodgy stuff in the US, in the White House. And she's worked at Fox before. She's working at CBS, Catherine Heritage. And she's actually very, professional in the way that she approaches things from these mainstream journalists. And it's interesting now they're keeping her files. Anyone who isn't confused, really doesn't understand the situation. Those words from CBS icon Edward R. Murrow comes to mind this week after I work with journalists at the network. There is trouble brewing at BlackRock, the headquarters of CBS, after the firing of Catherine Heritage, an acclaimed investigative reporter. Many of us were shocked after Heritage was included in layoffs this month, but those concerns have increased after CBS officials took the unusual step of seizing her files, computers, and records, including information on privileged sources. The position of CBS has alarmed many, including the union, as an attack on free press principles by one of the nation's most esteemed press organizations. I've spoken confidentially with the current and former CBS employees who have stated that they could not recall the company ever taking such a step before. One former CBS journalist said that many of the employees are confused why Heritage was laid off as one of the correspondents who broke news regularly and did a lot of original reporting. This has led to concerns about the source of pressure. He added that he had never seen a seizure of records from departing journalists that had to move had sent a chilling signal in the ranks of CBS. A CBS manager who spoke on the condition of anonymity said that he had never heard of anything like this. He attested to the fact in the past, departures journalists took all of their files and office contents. Indeed, the company would box up everything from cups to post-its for departing reporters. He said holding of the material was outrageous and clearly endangered confidential sources. The reporter involved declined to comment. But yes, CBS, where was that? The timing of Heritage's termination immediately raised suspicions in Washington. She was pursuing stories that were unwelcomed by the Biden White House and many Democratic powerhouses, including the Her report on Joe Biden's diminished mental capacity, the Biden corruption scandal, and the Hunter Biden laptop. She continued to pursue these stories despite reports of pushback from CBS executives, including CBS News President Ingrid Cyprim Matthews. So yes, I wonder what she found. I wonder who she's been talking to for this news organization, CBS, to take such a drastic measure in terms of seizing all her data and files as she's leaving. And you saw there, she's looking into Biden's mental decline. She's looking into the Hunter Biden laptop, and just she's someone that's always looked into Burisma when it comes to the Hunter Biden. So yeah, I reckon she must have come onto something, or there's something that's going on there that's untoward. This one, guys, we talked about the Trump sneakers a couple of days ago, and they were selling for $9,000 that day, or you can get it for $400, and they sold out. People were making fun of them. Well, at least one of the pairs resold for $450,000 on eBay, and there's other pairs up there going for $20,000, $30,000 US. Let me just read this article. Donald Trump's golden sneakers are selling at a hugely marked up prices after the launch earlier this month, with one pair on the online auction site eBay listed for more than $450,000 having been sold. Newsweek reached out to the seller and is attempting to verify the sale. Trump revealed the never surrender high tops a day after New York judge ordered he must pay $355 million in penalties after being found liable for business fraud. Now, Trump himself is not going to be the recipient of this money if, in fact, it is a legitimate sale, but there is a resale value in the market for Trump sneakers. So more likely than not, when more Trump sneakers come into the market, they will sell out as well. So it could be a very popular item that members of the public purchase, helping Donald Trump. Perhaps some people are saying to raise money for his legal woes, even though I think, ideally, those legal woes will end up disappearing when it goes to appeal. Now, this story, guys, this relates to the incident at the Melbourne City Town Hall where I was assaulted as well. I was there covering the ceasefire motion that was being discussed in relation to Israel-Palestine conflict. Since that time, police have reached out to me to provide a statement, and I will be providing a statement. Now, there were some other incidents that day as well, and I'm going to read this statement in relation to this other incident that I'm going to show you. Two men were moved on from outside the venue after walking through a protest group of more than 200 people. Police have surrounded the protest group in order to prevent the crowd from spilling onto the road or oncoming trams and advised all pedestrians to walk around the group. Police removed the men from the group for their own safety, and when one did not have a valid entry ticket, they were moved on from the area. While no one reported any assaults to us at the time, we encourage anyone who experienced or witnessed any of the incidents to come forward to police. Now, I'm reading that statement first before showing you the video, or where to find the video. I won't play the whole thing. If you go to this on this YouTube channel called Box 4, this is from an independent journalist who covers a lot of these stuff as well. And you can watch this footage yourself. It's got the whole interaction. I recommend you watch it, keeping in mind that police statement I just read. And you will see that there are so many contradictions in terms of what the police are saying happened during that incident. Now, from the reporting on this incident, from the testimony given by these individuals, these individuals here, these Jewish individuals that were walking into the town hall building with tickets that they confirmed to the police on this video evidence, it appears that they have been assaulted here as well, very violently at times. The police have come into that scene, and what the police actually do is drag away the individual that got assaulted very aggressively. To be honest, they put his look. They wrap his arm around his back. They drag him away, and then they proceed to chastise him and blame him for being there, when in fact they had tickets to go into the council meeting. They are ratepayers and residents in Melbourne, and they were there to participate in the debate the council was doing around this ceasefire motion. So I recommend, it goes for about 9 minutes. Go to box 4, watch this whole interaction, consider again after that this police report that's been given out, because it just does not match with anything that the police are saying. Anyway, guys, I will keep you updated on what's happening with me as well. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of the news vlog. As always, if you're enjoying my content and the news stories that I'm sharing with you, you can follow me on YouTube at The Real Rukshan. Hit that subscribe button. You can also hit the notification bell. You can also find me on X, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, and Odyssey at The Real Rukshan. See you guys all next time. Bye.